I mean, you always say that, I'm going to play in 20 years or so.
At some point in time, every athlete feels as though they can play forever.
Carr, sacked! Woodyard got there first.
Wesley Woodyard actually might.
Looking back on it, I believed in myself, but I can definitely say that I didn't expect to have this amount of success that I had today. I started out being undrafted, spending 6 years in Denver, and now going on my 5th year here in Tennessee, man. It's been a huge blessing.
Woodyard is heading into his 11th season in the NFL, and he's coming off of a career-best season in year 10.
Smith in trouble. Sack!
172 total tackles, 5 sacks, 17 tackles for loss, 2 fumble recoveries, including 1 for a touchdown.
Goff hit, fumble, picked up Woodyard, touchdown, Titans!
As the years and stats increase, so does the amount of time that Woodyard spends maintaining his body.
You get a little bit older, you have to make sure you oil up those ligaments and bones every day. I definitely did a lot more training last year in the off season and just prepared myself to be ready to play over 1,000 snaps of football. You have to work on those little explosive muscles, man. The little core muscles that you normally don't, worry about sometimes. Like I overlooked that in my earlier career. I tell you, in year 10, you can feel some of those aches and bones, and you just got to be smart with yourself.
The aches and pains are not the only changes that Wesley has experienced over the last decade.
I have a family now. I'm a family man. I went from being the single Wesley. Now I'm a father of 3, husband, and I'm just thankful, man. At one point in time, it was 3 under 3. I had two toddlers, both running, and now I have 3 of them. So I'm constantly chasing after 3. That's why I stay in fit shape all the time.
Adding 3 toddlers to the mix poses some challenges for any parent, not to mention someone whose job requires year-round workouts and long periods of time being away from the family. So how does Woodyard make it all work?
You have to have a great partner. My wife, she understands the game of football, what it takes for me to be successful, and honestly, when I get the time to spend with my children, I'm really there. I put forth all the effort to let these kids know, like, hey, your father loves you. I take my 3 kids to school in the morning, and while they're in school, I have to make sure I'm working out, making sure I do my football stuff in the off season. And now my wife, she likes to work out beside me in the weight room, so I see her across the weight room. So it's just, learning to manage your time correctly and taking advantage of, those family opportunities when they do exist. I just look back, man, and this motivates me, man. I have so many game balls, I can't even put them up anywhere. I start giving them to my family. That's one thing that brought me to Florida, man. Just the water. I come in here some days and just relax, chill, just vibe out.
The Woodyard's house in Orlando, Florida is more than just a home for Wesley. It's a place to find peace in the midst of a crazy schedule.
I think that's another thing too, just, finding time to make sure you're somewhere where you can dive into yourself and spend quiet time to yourself. You have to refresh your mind in order to stay fresh in this game. I actually look at this as, the hard work that I put in, not just my 10 years in the NFL, my years through college, my high school years. I go back to Little League ball, and it's been a huge blessing.
For an NFL veteran who has accomplished so much personally and professionally, what other goals could he possibly have?
I want to be better than I was last year. I want to have more tackles than I had last year. I want to make the plays that I missed on the field last year. So I think to me it's just getting better every season. My goal is 15. I really feel like I can play at a max level up to 15 years. I look forward and I cherish every moment that I'm in the game. So man, I still love the game, and I think that's the most important thing about it.